What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? Week 15 is here. That means fantasy playoff season. Let's go. I've got 2 bye weeks. I'm pretty happy about it. I got a couple more shots at the title, so I'm excited. Missed a couple, but it's okay. Can't win them all. I got my man here. I got somebody new in the house tonight. I'm super stoked about it. Sleazeball in the house. What's up, man?
What's up? What's up? Thanks for having me. First time on the show. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So just tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Tell them where you're from, what you do, where they can find you.
At the moment, right now, I'm in California. I used to run 3 farmers insurance agencies here in town. I sold them about a year ago, and now I've taken on. Well, I mean, doing okay money-wise, I guess you could say, but I'm taking on the. I want to go into fantasy football all the way. So my friends have been telling me this forever. They've been saying you should be an analyst. You should do, write them out, whatever. So this is the start, man. This was the first year.
Yeah, man. So I gotta ask you, have you heard about the Fantasy Football Expo?
Yeah, I saw the pictures, but I didn't go. I know we missed it this year, right?
So you definitely have to go this next year. Last year was my second year. The first year I went with Coach Craig. We drove out there from Minnesota, or I'm from Minnesota. He's from Wisconsin, but we drove out there together. And man, it was great experience. I got to actually meet Iggy, who's actually another one of the co-creators of the sports affiliation, but I got to meet him and I got to meet a whole bunch of other people out there the first year and kind of grow this little thing we got going on now. And this past year, we got to meet a whole bunch of people, some bigger people so now we have a guy named Greg who works for us, Greg Kellogg. I don't know if you know who he is. He is actually a Hall of Famer for the Fantasy Sports Writers Association. He's an inaugural with somebody you might know. What do you know? What's his name? Barry.
Matthew Barry.
Yeah, Matthew Barry. So he's.
Where was the expo at last year?
So it's in Canton. It's in Canton, Ohio. It's a blast, man. It's like we get there on Thursday. It ends on Sunday, but it really starts Friday. There's like a big party. Everyone kind of gets together. You get to meet a lot of big people that are in the industry. So it's kind of nice for networking. I got to hang out with Andy Behrens for a little bit. Like that was pretty cool. Yeah. Scott Angle. I don't know if you know who he is. He's another Hall of Famer or not. I mean, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he is. But he's another writer. He writes for the SeattleSeahawks.com. But he's a really cool guy. I got to pick him up at the airport. But yeah, I mean, it's a really good time. Des Bryant was there last year. They have a big flag football tournament they do, but it's something that I would highly recommend for anybody out there that's in fantasy football.
When do they open tickets for it and stuff?
A whole bunch of people. So tickets will start going. We just had Bob Long on the show, and he's the guy who puts on the expo. He's a great human being. But yeah, tickets will usually start going on sale just after January. You'll start seeing them go on sale, so they'll be $75 for the whole weekend.
That's it.
But they start going up. The closer it gets, they'll get up to about $95. But it's definitely worth it, man. I mean, get your hotels in advance. If you're gonna fly, get your tickets now. But we drove. I mean, it's a blast. It's definitely worth the money because like the networking alone, the people you'll meet, it's really big in this industry. So I'd highly recommend it,
man. I'll be there with JC.
Yeah, I mean it's a good time. A lot of people. We're trying to get a lot of people out there this year, and if we can get a big group out there, I mean, I feel like we can even probably do a draft out there or something if we get a good enough group of people out there. So,
that'd be tight.
Let's get into this. Yeah, man. Like I said, you'll get out there and you're like, this is like where I'm meant to be. It's literally like the best place. I mean, it's literally heaven for fantasy people.
I'm already excited that I've ever been.
Oh man, I'll have to share you some pictures, and like it's cool too because they have like forums you can kind of go to. Like you can kind of learn about a whole bunch of different things, or people talking about the fantasy doctors will do one. The Women of Fantasy Sports does one. You'll hear stuff about, auction drafts. You'll hear stuff about, new stuff in the industry that it's like tech stuff in the industry. You'll hear about all the sorts of cool stuff that are coming out. And then that's on Sunday. I think they're going to be doing some breakout sessions on Saturday this year too for like online betting and stuff like that.
Oh,
But
wow.
yeah, I mean, it's really, really cool. We got the expos on Sunday, so everyone has booths. So if you want to get a booth, like there's a lot of people. What's up, SoCal? SoCal is another person from the sports affiliation, one of my brothers. But I'm hoping he'll be out there this year. But yeah, it's a good time, man. Like I said, it's very like everyone is very approachable. Like you won't feel like an outcast. It's a blast. So you'll definitely have to see if you can budget for it next year. It's in August, so budget for August. It's right, it's before football starts, so budget for August.
I'll be bringing the wife, and we'll have a weekend out of it. My whole family's from Iowa.
Budget for August.
There we
beginning of August. Oh, you also get a free ticket too. So when you buy it, your weekend pass, you get a free ticket to go into the Hall of Fame. So you get to walk through the Hall of Fame, and there's a big party on the Hall of Fame. So it's the weekend after the Hall of Fame weekend.
Okay.
And
the weekend
after the Hall of Fame weekend. So when they do the Hall of Fame game and they get everybody to the Hall of Fame. But yeah. It's the weekend after that. And it's crazy because you get to go into that stadium, and we get to go out there, and there's a party the Saturday night. They have a party out there like where the field's at. So it's a really, really good time. You get to really good experience. What's up, Mel? Mel's in the building. What's up? All right, so let's kind of get into this. So I kind of explained this to you. I do this every week. It's called FORCE or FARCE, and what it is it's not a start-sit show. It's more of a precautionary show. Like what's up, Wendy? Wendy also, I met her last year at the expo. She's my new best friend.
That's tight.
Wendy also does a show for us on Tuesdays, her and our friend Carla, and that came from us, meeting at the expo, and they interview people in the industry.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. All right. So FORCE and FARCE show. So how this works is, top 14 players. This is our FARCE players. Top 14 players at their position, quarterback, wide receiver, running back, tight end. They got to be ranked right now in the top 14. We're basically going to say why we think that they could potentially not finish in the top 14 at their position this week. And it doesn't necessarily mean like, hey, don't start this player. It's just more like, hey, like there's a potential that they could do bad this week. And then FORCE players are just, pretty much the opposite. Players that aren't inside the top 14 that we say, hey, maybe this is a week they have a boom week, or hey, this is a week that, this is a player that's had a couple boom weeks, but they're still 14, and we're still thinking, hey, they're going to have another big week, and it's going to be a top 14 type week. So that's what this show is all about, finding those, FORCE players and players that are, going to hit this week, and then players we think that, maybe aren't going to be great. So let's kind of get into it. We're going to do FORCE players first. Okay. I like to do FORCE players. We got to start off with a bang, make it nice and tight, get it right. And then, we'll get into the FARCE players, and then we'll get into some DFS, and then we'll talk about some, pizza parlays. And pizza parlays, I kind of wanted to explain this to you a little bit too. Pizza parlays are something that we kind of built a couple of years, 2 years ago. Basically, parlays, people like to do betting. So the 3-leg parlay is what we do, and it's all based on money line. So pick 3 teams, 3 NFL teams that you think are going to win this week, and then 3 toppings. 3 toppings that you would put on your pizza. Okay. This is kind of something that we're trying to build that maybe next year, if we can get people kind of doing it and making it into a game, by the end of the year, whoever wins, has the best, ranking at the end of the year. All right, for the Super Bowl, we're going to send you a couple pizzas. Like that's like what we're going to try to do. So we're going to try and make this a fun game. Pizza parlays. It's a lot of fun. We can get, everyone kind of involved and having fun. So make sure you get your pizza parlays ready. We will be talking about them, a little bit when we're doing the DFS stuff. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into some FORCE quarterbacks.
All righty. You want to lead it off, or?
I'm going to let you lead it off, brother.
All right, so outside the top 14 right now at QB 17, I am going to ride with Matt Stafford finishing as a top 5 QB this week versus the Commander defense.
I like that.
Commander defense is allowing 35.8 points per game to wide receivers, and they are allowing 22 points a game on the season to quarterbacks. This is an absolute smash play for me.
Yeah, I'm on the same page as you here. So I took Matt Stafford as well. Man, it's crazy too because the last couple of weeks, QB7, QB8, QB5, he's just been on a tear, and that's against some pretty decent
good defenses.
Yeah, Cleveland and Baltimore at least. Arizona a little bit, lesser defense, but I mean Cleveland and Baltimore, no slouch. He's been absolutely balling. I agree here. I think he can finish very, very high.
Vintage Stafford is dangerous, man.
I think, Stafford this week is absolutely dangerous.
That throw last week where he just hiked it and threw it to the left end zone like instantly, I was like, wow, that's vintage Stafford again.
It's nice to see him kind of blowing up too, coming back. He wasn't playing too well. He got injured a little bit, got a little banged up, and we know that Stafford's really tough. He always tries to come back and play. He wants to be in there. He wants to win games. So now it's finally, it's nice to be like, all right, well, Stafford can kind of be that guy, and I think he can kind of be that guy all the way through the playoffs. This is somebody that I can kind of trust, especially if you're in super flex. You're really happy if you have him as your backup quarter, or your super flex. So
where would you rank him on the week this week?
I think he can finish inside the top 8. Top 5 is really, really good, but top 8, I think that's that's doable, especially against this defense. I think that he should definitely be able to pull this off this week. Top 8 is where I'm going to go.
I have him at 6, so that's perfect. All right.
Yeah, I think that is definitely doable. I mean, if you look at it, he's already done it the last 3 weeks. Been in the top 8. I think it's definitely doable.
Okay.
SoCal in here saying Packers ruined his pizza parlay. Giants +6. Money to make up for it.
Dude, DeVito is going crazy, man.
Yeah, I call him Tommy Parmesan. That's my new nickname.
Tommy Parmesan.
Tommy Parm.
Dude, that pick of his agent had me cracking up.
Dude, he's doing so good. I'm really happy for the kid. It's good to see. And what sucks though is they'll probably still draft a quarterback.
Yeah, they probably will. Even though they gave Danny Dimes 140.
I don't understand it. All right, let's get into some running backs here.
Okay, my running back one that I'm going to go with for the force play here is DeAndre Swift. So DeAndre Swift is coming off 3 terrible games. He played the top 2 run defenses, you could say. I don't know about top 2 run defenses, but 49ers, Cowboys. Yeah, they got blown out. They play from behind. His receiving game has not been the same like I thought it would. I thought he would get more receptions. He has not been. But I'm going to go for it. He's going to be a top 10 running back this week against Seattle on Monday night.
Oh, man.
And they're 5th worst versus the run.
I know Seahawks have been kind of, but man, he has been playing a bit against some pretty tough defenses. Yeah, I think he could have a good week this week. I think he could be, I don't know, I think maybe top 12.
Top 12? Okay.
I could do that. I could do top 12.
I mean,
I feel like this offense has just kind of been off. It just really depends on Jalen again, too. I feel like they really got to pop off. They got to start moving things. Like last week, things looked a little rough for them.
Jalen does not look the same against good teams.
A little rough.
Very weird.
All right, so this week, this man, who's been really, really good, been balling, getting the opportunity. So my guy here, we're going to go with Ezekiel Elliott.
That was my second guy.
He's good, man. I'm telling you, this is Zeke finally getting his opportunity to be fed in the Patriots offense, and he's definitely doing very well with the workload he's been given. Over the last 2 weeks, he's seen a massive uptick in his workload. With Stevenson being out from weeks 1 through 12, he averaged about 36% of the snap share. And week 13, we saw it jump up to 69% with 21 touches, and he finished as an RB15. Last week, we saw it jump up even higher. Elliott received 91% of the snap share, got 29 touches, and finished as the RB1 overall on the week. So he gets the Chiefs this week, who just came off a devastating loss to their AFC North team and allowed James Cook to run all over them, finishing as the RB3 on the week. With Ramondre still, not practicing and potentially missing another game, look for Zeke to be another feast once again.
I think he's going to as well. I totally agree. I think he's top 8.
Yeah,
I mean 7 receptions last week.
Yeah, I think that he could easily, with Bailey Zappi, if Bailey Zappi's still the guy, I think that he could easily be top 5.
Top 5?
Yeah.
Oof, okay. Going big. All right.
So, dude, James Cook, I guess James Cook's been being fed a lot more. But it's the same thing. If Zeke's the person they're going to feed, and Bailey Zappi is the guy that's back there, he's keeping that defense a little bit more honest. So running back, Zeke can kind of just feast, and he's getting the ball too. He's catching the ball, and when he gets that opportunity, man, he's gonna do a lot. I mean, 29 touches, that's a lot. That's a lot. If he can get that again, he can put up the numbers.
I believe that. I actually like that. That's funny because that was my second one. I was like, I'll make 2 for each one. Zeke was the second one.
It's a good one. All right, where are we at? All right, wide receiver. I think we have the same one here.
You think you have the same one? This is gonna be a dirty one right here. So, being the diehard Niner fan, from you can see behind me, I am gonna go with the wide receiver that ends up outside the top 14 this week. That is in the top 14 is Deebo Samuel. So, for the 49ers, when you play Arizona, like if you look at last game you play Arizona, I know Deebo wasn't in his full angry mad.
Is this your force wide receiver?
Oh, I went the wrong one.
No, you're good.
Never mind. I'm gonna go with Cooper Kupp. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good, dude. No worries.
I have on the other side. Cooper Kupp is gonna absolutely eat against this Washington defense, man. Just like we talked about Matt Stafford. I mean, Cooper Kupp last week, he was playing at 85% with his ankle, 85% snap share. Last week he played 97. He dropped 10 targets, 8 receptions, 115 on a top defense. Now he gets the league worst defense. This is going to be an absolute smash Cooper Kupp game. I'm going to say 20 points, and he's in the top 5. Easy call here.
Yep, I'm 100% on the same page with you. I mean, I can't really say much more there. I mean,
it's just good to see him playing 100% snaps again. That's what I'm.
Well, it's crazy. He's only had 3 top 14 finishes this year. So,
right.
I think that I agree with you 100% here. I think that, I mean, if you want a fun DFS play this week, that could be a fun. That could be a really fun stack. If you want Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp, that could be a fun stack.
I even like the Kai Random stack.
There you go. Cup in my Oasis League with JC. 1 and done, he said. I'm in 8th. Dude, you're crushing it, man. There you go, baby. All right, so, yeah, I mean, so that I got the same exact player. And so my force player last week for wide receiver was Drake London.
Okay. That was my number 1 wide receiver last week. That was like the craziest call I've made on Twitter in the history.
Wide receiver 2 finish, dude. He went off. Crazy. There's a lot of people that were saying no.
Oh, I was getting so much heat for it, man.
So much opportunity here. He goes ape shit, dude. All right, let's get to force tight ends.
So does this count if he's been injured, if he's outside the top 14?
What do you mean? Does it count if he's
injured? Goddard's been out the whole time.
Oh, yeah, no, it counts.
The top 14. Okay. I'm going to go with Dallas Goedert for a Monday night bounce back in a must-win game for Philly. I know he was out there last week, only got, I think, 5 fantasy points, but it was his first game back. But he still played 93% of the snaps last week. So anytime you're in that offense and you have Seattle, whose corners are dominant, are young, and they're really good, the middle is where they're weak against, and I feel like Goddard is going to feast for a TD plus.
Yeah, I mean, Goddard should be able to bounce back big time, man. We know what Goddard can be, and if that offense can get rolling, then get Goddard going. I mean, let him get a touchdown.
Just gotta figure it out.
Even if you can get 4 or 5 catches and a touchdown for 40, 50 yards, you're going to be good. And you're going to be feeling really good about that. That's a that's probably top 8 tight end right there.
Oh my God, how bad the tight ends been this year. I think 8 points puts you in the top 10.
Oh man, it's been crazy. Like last week I was telling you about Cole Kmet. Like I picked him and as my FARCE player, and it's just like he only got like 10 points, and you're like, all right, that's the number 10 tight end on the week. Like cool. Rewarding.
Cole Kmet, and I got 9. He was number 6 last week. With 9
all right,
points.
So
Jeez.
I'm gonna go with somebody who I was kind of against last week. I mean, just because seeing him get the opportunity for like 3-4 weeks, and it took him that much time to finally get really involved in the offense, is Isaiah Likely. Oh, so they're going against the Jaguars this week. And Njoku just absolutely dusted them last week, finishing tight end 2, with 6 catches, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns. Man, Likely's been getting absolutely, targeted. 7 targets on the day, 5 catches, massive 83 yards and a touchdown. Like I think the opportunity is here for him to absolutely shine. I'm not saying that he's going to put up the same amount of numbers that Njoku did, but minus that 1 touchdown, I think those numbers are the same. I think he could put up somewhat similar numbers as he did last week, against the Jaguars. So I think that this is somebody that you can find. I mean, he still might be out there on waivers. Some people still might not be like, all right, well, I'm not too invested. They just saw him. I mean, but he probably was a pretty big pickup this week. So I'm saying likely.
I like likely a lot this week for sure. I did not expect Njoku to have that big day against the Jags. Have been good against the tight end. I thought that was crazy.
He dusted them.
Just Flacco was just feeding him nonstop.
So SoCal says, I like Okonkwo this week. A solid floor, great matchup, and due for a touchdown. Conklin, a good sleeper too. Dude, Conklin's been actually pretty solid. Like he's been a good top 12, 14 tight end, like consistently.
I like Tucker Kraft over both of them. I like what Sniper Mel's saying.
There you go. Mel says, I'd grab up Kraft.
Yep.
Yeah, Craig, you're the smartest man. I know you know it all. I love you, brother. All right, so let's get into we're gonna get into some farce players. But remember, if you want to get your pizza parlays in there, just go ahead and throw them in the chat. Like I said, it's build your parlay. 3 teams that you think is going to win this week, 3 NFL teams that you think are going to win this week, and 3 toppings that you would put on your pizza if you were going to eat one tonight. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Tell me what you want.
All right, let's get into some farce players. So, like I said, farce players are those players that, they are ranked inside the top 14 as of week 14 going into week 15.
Okay.
So we think that basically we're not saying sit them, right? We're not saying, hey, you need to sit these players. We're saying, hey, hold on, take a break. These are some potential reasons why maybe they might not finish within that top 14. So let's get into some farce quarterbacks.
I'm going to go lead it off. I am going to go
ahead.
with number 1 farce quarterback on this week. He's QB 11 overall. I'm going to go with Trevor Lawrence this week.
Ooh.
I know that he was battling injury last week. They fell way behind, and he just started passing out of control. I think he had 50 pass attempts last week, which was crazy.
Yeah.
But now they're going against Baltimore. I think this is honestly like a must bench for me this week. I mean, it's at home. Baltimore's lights out against the pass. I think they're number 3 on the year, even though they had a bad game against the Rams. And they got a lot of injuries too. They lost Hamilton. They lost 2 safeties, or 1 safety, 1 corner. I don't know. Trevor Lawrence hasn't been the same this year for me, man.
I feel like Trevor's going to come alive. I think this is a risky play just because, since week 11, let's see, since the bye, he's been outside the top 12 quarterback 1 time.
Yeah, he went 30, 20, 20, and like 17, right, or something.
So
but that was Tennessee, Houston, and Cincy, though.
And then Cleveland last week, QB 11, but he had to go off. Yeah, 50 pass attempts is crazy, but he only completed. He threw
28
interceptions, 3 touchdowns.
But I feel like this week is under 15-point week. I'm going to call it right now for Tila.
Yeah, all right. I like it. It's risky, and you know what? That's the best part about these is like if you hit, you sound like a genius. If you don't, whatever. It's not easy. You got to risk it to get the biscuit.
I was gonna go Sam Howell, but I stuck on Tila.
Ooh, that one's even harder, I think.
Right.
So I think I took So the guy I went with is Jared Goff, who definitely showed up last week, against the Bears, looking absolutely terrible. Finished as QB 25. He's going up against a stout Denver defense who's, he's shut down now. They've shut down 4 out of 5. Sorry, there wasn't 5 top 10 quarterbacks that played them, but out of the last 5 weeks, they've shut down 4 top 12 quarterbacks. That's insane. I'm betting Denver. Denver just continues this streak, man. They have just been absolutely tough against the quarterback. I'm thinking that Jared Goff shows up again. It is at home, but Jared Goff showing up.
He is slumping, man.
Slumpy dumpy.
The Lions went from contenders to pretenders real quick.
I love it.
In my opinion.
All right. So let's get into some. Oh, another one that I got here. I don't got a bunch of stats or anything like that, but just because of matchup, and there's a bunch of players that are in this matchup that I have. Josh Allen is just something here that just there's something about it.
He's my number one sit.
Dude, I'm telling you. There's
Dallas
just something about it. I have right here just beware. This matchup screams. It just screams beware. And that's why I have like two more players that I have that are like my potential farce players here. So let's get into some running backs.
I'm sticking with the exact same game. I'm going to go with beware of Travis Etienne Jr. at Baltimore or versus Baltimore again at home. So only over the past 2 games, he hasn't even had over 15 carries. He is getting about the same amount of receptions. He averages 3 to 4 per game. He's found the end zone twice. One of them was because of a PI call that put him at the 1. So, and you're getting Baltimore front. You're getting must-win game for both teams. I just feel like the Jags are going to really, really struggle in this game at home for some reason. I wouldn't even start Ridley. I don't like starting any of them.
Man, that's pretty tough. I think that, I like the ETN call. I do like the ETN call. I'm worried that, Trevor could just eat again. There's just something about he just last week, he's like, all right, well, he just had a high ankle sprain. He comes out, he's like, all right, well, I'm good. And he just throws 50 passes down the field. You're like, well, he doesn't look terrible here. So I'm just,
they were down 20 points in a heartbeat though, right?
No, yeah, I agree. But you're right. No, there's nothing wrong with taking a little bit of risk here.
That's the running back 3.
Yeah, no, it's fun when you hit, man. It's really fun when you hit, but it hurts when you miss. But it's not easy, man. Like I said, especially when we'll get down here to tight end because there's a lot of injured tight ends that are top 14.
Right, there's a ton of them.
So I was looking through, I'm like, shoot. All right, what we got in here real quick? Josh Allen was my QB1 last week. Mel says, Howell. Yeah, I don't know if I'm sitting Howell. I like Howell this week. There's something he's been really good. He has more fantasy points, as Coach was saying. Howell has more fantasy points than Mahomes does. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, yeah, Howell was on that tear early, man. It was crazy. I think.
What's up, Daniel? Appreciate you coming in. All right, so let's get to some. Okay. So here's my my farce running back this week is the same game that I was just talking about with Josh Allen. So I'm going with James Cook, who's been absolutely balling. Here's my so James Cook has looked like a superstar ever since the Bills fired Ken Dorsey and brought in Joe Brady at offensive coordinator. Since the change, he has finished RB10, 12, and 3, which is mighty tasty. So what isn't tasty, though, is his next matchup against a very strong Dallas defense. The Cowboys have only allowed one running back to put up top 14 running back numbers since their bye week in week 7. So I'm betting Cook gets slowed down this week. In fact, I think the whole Bills offense gets slowed down this week.
I am playing Josh Allen in both my games where I don't have a bye.
Coach. I'll put that in my notes.
I hope
I'll put that in my notes right now. Hey, yeah, there we go. What are your thoughts on that?
Dude, James Cook is a tough one for me. I put him on a must start this week on my Twitter, so I can't really go against it. But since the change, if they used him like that all year, he would have been a top 8 back.
Oh, I get it. That's crazy. So so those are my reasonings. Those are my.
It could happen. Dallas D is lights out, and they could just blow him out. But that, then that would force the pass game, which would really help Cook more. So it's kind of iffy. The Dallas offense has been lights out, man.
They've been. And the crazy thing is, the person who was actually a top 14, which was the number 14 quarter or running back, was Charbonnet.
Zach Charbonnet.
Yep.
He was number 14.
He's the only one since week 7. This is crazy.
okay. What? Oh, so CMC and the Niners played him before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So they've been locked down for that long. Jeez.
Dude, since week 7, that whole team has been, since their bye week, they've been like lights out. It's been crazy.
Yeah. So Dang, I'm
They've
looking at it
been
right now.
wild.
CMC was the only one to drop 20.
Yeah, they've
That's
been
crazy.
pretty damn good. So that's the only thing I worry about.
So what are you thinking on Diggs on that one too? He's been slumping.
He's my next guy, dude.
You're sticking all Bills? Okay.
It's crazy, dude.
All right.
Dude, Diggs is too, man. If you look at Diggs, we'll go right into it. That's a good segue. So I'll go first on this. So Diggs has been a little bit on a little bit of a slump over the past 4 games. 3 of those weeks being in the wide receiver 50 range. Over the last 4 weeks, he's had 3 weeks in the wide receiver 50 range. I think it was 53, 54, and like 51 or 2. Yuck. The other one was like wide receiver 14 or something like that, 15. So now he'll be going against Stephon Gilmore and Deron Bland, which definitely is not helping his odds of in the top 14 wide receiver this week. Start him with caution.
Okay. I'm going all Bills over here. All right. Okay.
Yes, sir. Just because of man, I'm telling you, man, Cowboys are the #1 ranked defense in fantasy football right now. So I mean,
because my Fresno State guy just scores nonstop, man. Bland.
Dude, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
What's up, man? How you doing? Fantasy football addict in the house.
What's up, addict?
So tell me a little bit about your wide receiver this week.
All right, so you ready for this one? He's been absolutely balling as of late. It is going to be Debo, my 49er Samuel, that is going to be a struggle bus sit-em wide receiver this week that's going to drive everyone crazy. So when the 49ers are healthy, like they were week 4 when they played the Cardinals, Debo Samuel saw 0 catches, 0 yards, and had 3 carries for 6 yards. And you always have to think about, you have Ayuk, you have Kittle, you have CMC, you have everybody that's going to run through. You never know who's going to pop. And I feel like this is the dud week for Debo.
The Debo dud week.
The Debo dud week.
I like it, man. I actually like that a lot. I like that pick a lot. So let's see here. Let's get into some tight ends. Tell me a little bit about your tight end.
God, this was rough, man. There was a lot of injuries. That's funny you said that. I was looking at it.
I know that Iggy was in here too, hyping you up about the pick on. Let me see. I know he said it when you were earlier. He was hyping up your pick. He liked your pick for no Debo right here.
Okay. So
Iggy was liking that.
Looking at these tight ends, it starts. I mean, Trey McBride was going to be one.
Here's.
I think he can still beat his projection. I'm going to go with.
I was just gonna say, like, it's tight ends. Like, it's like there's more than likely, like
6 points does it, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I've been so terrible at projecting. Like, I've only hit like once or twice. Like, I picked Evan Engram one week to miss, which he was like at that time he'd only missed 1 time, and I picked him to miss that week. He finished as the tight end 22, so that was like 1 out of like.
Everyone's getting
so hard.
Let me grab a Coors Light.
Oh, you're good, yeah. Yeah, what's up, everyone? Appreciate everyone coming in to hang out with us. You know, we're just doing a little bit of force and farce. We're about to finish up with our tight ends here for our farce players. Then we're gonna get into some DFS plays. I know Sleazeball's got some DFS plays already made up for us. We're gonna kind of build one here, and then, like I said, if you're in here, throw in your pizza parlays. We got right here. Could be a road loss for the Cowboys, but for sure at Buffalo. Eagles probably get right at Seattle, but I'm going 3+ money calls on the pizza parlay for plus 1,023. Texans, Cowboys, and Seahawks. I like it, SoCal. I also have an all 3+ money pick this week. You don't have to go all into that, but you can just tell us. And everyone out there, you don't have to give us your odds. Literally, just pick 3 teams that you think are going to win this week, and then 3 toppings that you would put on your pizza if you were going to have one tonight.
I love the Eagles -4. I think that's a smash.
So you got your beer. Cheers, everyone. Appreciate everyone hanging out with us.
Cheers.
So about halfway into this. So let's get into tight ends for the week. Farce.
Okay. So I'm gonna go. This was rough for me to pick this one, honestly. I was not gonna lie. I'm gonna go with Hunter Henry here. So I did pick Hunter Henry last week to have a big game against Pittsburgh on Thursday night. I didn't think it'd be that big. I mean, Jesus, this guy went off for what 20 or 17.5 points, only 3 catches though, and 2 touchdowns. So for the past 3 weeks, he's only had 6 fantasy points through those 3 games. I think it was an aberration game. I know that Bailey Zappi, might have brought the team back, or Zeke made him look better.
Yeah.
Whatever
my Bailey
the line
Zappi
is
cards
there.
are going way up, dude. My Bailey Zappi cards, I got a couple Bailey Zappi rookie cards, and their value is just absolutely skyrocketing like this.
The Kansas City Chiefs are number 5 versus the tight end. I think he's going to get rocked. I think he ends up with 2 points, maybe 2 catches, maybe 15 yards, and he's outside the top 14 this week.
I like it, man. It's risky just because a lot of people are going to be, chasing the points from last week, but I like that you're willing to take the risk. So kudos to you. I don't hate this pick at all.
Okay.
So here's where I'm going Trey McBride. I know you just kind of said it, and I know Mel is going to hate this, and I'll have to put this in my sheet here. Mel, I know you're going to really hate me saying this, but Trey McBride, tight end 10 on the year. This is 100% based off matchup alone. McBride has been an absolute stud, but he gets San Francisco this week. They have been so dang good at slowing down the tight end position, considering they have been the number 2 overall at stopping tight end this year. I'm definitely going into the week with a tempered expectations for the sophomore tight end.
Yeah, but man, I still think he's going to be in there. He sees so much volume, but I like it. I mean, that's very risky. I like it.
Man, if they try to slow him down, they've been really good at slowing down the running back too. So, I feel that he's got a Coors Light. I just feel like, Marquise Brown hasn't really been doing much. If they can slow down, then it's just going to have to be Marquise Brown who's going to have to show up. I mean, I feel like they can slow down Trey McBride. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you right now, he can still finish as, with 11 points, 12 points, and still be, tight end 8.
I cannot figure out Marquise Brown since Kyler Murray came back. I mean, someone tell me what's going on here. They were like, he's supposed to be a stud, wide receiver 1. You get Kyler Murray's going to scramble. Marquise Brown's going to be open. He's done
there we go.
Nothing.
The Dre Greenlaw effect. That's what Coach says.
But just before you segue for the chat, Trey McBride will be the tight end 1 in 2024.
Yeah, I can see that. That's a good thing, dude, because I have a lot of Trey McBride cards too. I actually have a Trey McBride holiday card. It's like the sweater, so it's a piece of like a winter sweater. So yeah, I'm invested in him too. There's a couple of people, Aiden Hutchinson, another guy who will definitely be a Hall of Famer, and investing in him.
A beast.
So so anybody knows, I'm a card collector. We will be doing a break tomorrow night. I got some new products. I got some mosaics. So we're going to be doing some mosaics tomorrow.
You do it live on same thing, YouTube or what?
Yeah, so we do breaks during so we do them during our watch party. We'll watch a game, the Thursday and the Monday night games. We do it, and I do it in the second half. And we also do tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a mini helmet. So it's going to be a mystery mini helmet of a Hall of Famer with these cards, and then I got mystery cards too. And then we do these teeny mate things. People dig them. They're pretty fun.
That's sick.
Literally.
Okay.
Yeah, here you go. Here's a little mini Terry McLaurin right here for your ass. What's up, Terry?
Little Terry
McBoring.
God, he's been for running the most routes in the NFL. He's been terrible this year. It's crazy.
He said at least Sleazeball's drinking water tonight. Oh, that's funny. All right, so that is our FORCE and FARCE players. I appreciate everyone tuning in for that awesome segment. I will be getting out a article for that tomorrow. So it's just fun. Like they said, this isn't a start sit. It's more of just like a precautionary. There's potential. Like I'm not saying sit Trey McBride. Like that's crazy, but sit Trey McBride. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so let's get into some DFS. Let me pull up the DFS real quick. I know you got some already built. We can build one too
Hey, we can put them together. I'm down with that.
So we also have our own that we do every week. If anybody's interested in it, I do post it on Sundays. I probably will post it on Saturday, but it's $3. Like I said, top 3 players win. It's all in good fun. More people get in, the more money goes out. That's how it is. All right. Ooh, what the heck is going on here? Coach says mac and cheese brisket pizza getting creative tonight. That sounds wild. That's a lot of different flavors in your taste buds. So I mean, mac and cheese with brisket is pretty crazy on its own because of the flavor.
I was gonna say I don't know if I like that one, but
it's a different. It's definitely a souring taste, but it's definitely kind of good.
Okay.
Oh yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, Fantasy Football Addict was in it last week as well. But it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's kind of a good way to learn how to play against other players too, because you can go in and kind of look how they built their lineups.
Are you doing a little private $3 one for everyone to join in or what?
Yeah, we do it. I posted on. I'll post it in the. I usually will post it in the chat for the chat that we're all kind of in together. I'll post it in there too. But usually I post it Saturday or Sundays. It's just DraftKings, yeah. This isn't the one. We're gonna be doing like a $5 one I'm putting in right here. And this is just for the full week. So Thursday game, Sunday games, and Monday games. I think there's only one. Is there Saturday games this week too?
Saturday as well, yeah.
Yeah. So ours is just for Sunday. Damn, there's football every day this week almost. What about Friday? There better not be any Friday because I got a date on Friday.
There's no Fridays.
All right. I'm going to a comedy club on Friday. I'm stoked. It's attached to a brewery. Attached to a brewery, so I'm pretty stoked. Cheap tickets, man. $15 to go see a pretty decent comedian. Not too shabby.
I go to tons of comedy shows, and every time it comes to Fresno, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good time. It's a good time. Who doesn't like to laugh?
Who's your favorite comedian
of all time?
Or I guess right now, or whatever.
I don't know. I mean, some people really don't like. I mean, I like Dave Chappelle just because I kind of grew up with this shit. Like I liked a lot of his stuff on when he had it on Comedy Central, but he's really a big time realist. I do like Nate Bargatze. I think that he was absolutely hilarious. Like the way
I just saw him live here.
Dude, he's so fun. The way he tells jokes, it's just hilarious. You're just like, I like damn it, what's his name? He's on Big
Tom
Mouth.
Segura.
I like Tom Segura too, and it's crazy how skinny he got.
Yeah, since his accident.
Well, I mean, they were on diets and stuff too, and doing the Joe Rogan stuff. And him and his wife have a pretty funny podcast called Your Mom's House.
Okay, I know he does the Bears with what's Bert Kreischer? 2 Bears, 1 Cave.
Oh, 2 Bears, 1 Cave. His name is Steve Gillespie, I think is the guy's name.
Oh yeah, Gillespie. I know.
Yeah, Gillespie. Yeah. That's the comedian that we're going to see.
Oh, he's good. Yeah.
So I mean, it should be pretty good. What's the guy's name? Have you guys seen the show Big Mouth? The comedian that got what the hell's his name? He's so freaking funny, dude. And he's the fact that he's like, so he looks like a super nerdy ass dude.
Nick
and
Kroll?
No, not Nick Kroll, the other guy. He plays the taller one, the taller nerdy one.
But I've seen it. I don't know who he is.
I think he's also Jewish.
Nick Kroll's the guy from the football show, the lead.
Yeah, yep. But so this guy, like, he looks like a super nerd. And like it's crazy because he's like talks about being a crazy drug addict, and it's like he talks about addiction and like he compares it to like real life shit, and like you're just like, oh my god.
What's it called again?
Big Mouth is the show.
Big Mouth show comedians. So type in.
It's Nick Kroll,
John Mulaney, Jordan.
Yeah, John Mulaney. John Mulaney, dude. If you haven't seen him, you should go watch some of his stuff. He's got stuff. I think he's got stuff on Netflix, but oh man, he is very, very, very funny. Another guy that I really, really like is he's very, 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 very vulgar. He has two of them out right now.
Wait, the babies.
No, but I like him too. Jim
Gaffigan.
No, the guy who's from he's from Australia.
You
There's
hit
so
right
many
up my
people
alley
for
with
that.
comedy too. That's funny.
The hell is his name? Shark Party guy. So he used to have a show on Comedy Central, and he got canceled because he had basically somebody got ate by a shark out in like Australia. So he basically had people come on in shark costumes and dance, and they like celebrated the guy getting eaten by
Yeah,
a
he
shark.
used to be. I saw that. I've seen that episode. He was like Shark
And
Party.
he got
It airs
canceled
once,
for
right?
that. Anthony Jeselnik, dude.
Anthony
He's
Jeselnik.
he is
That's the
like
guy that kills babies. That's what I was talking about.
extremely like very over the
like
top.
him.
So if you can't handle like very vulgar stuff, like do not watch him. He will
He's
trigger
good.
you. But he's very, very funny because like nothing's real. Like he talks a lot about dead babies but
Yeah, it's funny.
it's not
though.
like he's not being
good.
serious. It's like it's just he's trying to trigger you. It's funny. All right, let's get into DFS comedy, dude. I'm super stoked. I love comedy too. All right, so on Monday's show we built one basically built off of fantasy football dice. So like dice that you roll and it comes up to whatever you pick, and we just like based up we would. So the first couple we roll, you have to pick top like 6 at that position. So tonight, let's just kind of build what we kind of feel is good. We talked a little bit. Let's do the Stafford and Cup build that we kind of talked about in the show.
Okay, I like that a lot. That's like 7 of my lineups already.
Does that mean you're building down? You're saving money. I mean, once you get a tight end in there and on DST, you're like really saving money.
Dude, I like the Rams backup as a sleeper this week too. Dennis Allen or whatever. Is it? What's his name?
I like that. Yeah. Who? Allen.
I forget what his first name is, but dude, he had a big game. Where is he?
What we can do is we go here. You're talking about it's the Chargers. Where's the Rams?
Yeah, it's D Allen, Davis Allen. Last week had 5 catches for 40 yards and a teeter, and Higbee might be out again.
All right, let's do that. I'm down for that. I'm down for the risk. Can't get the money if you don't risk it, baby.
Go there. It is, Davis.
There we go.
There you go,
Davis Allen. Coach knows all. So if there's something we miss, he will definitely tell us because he does know all, and I very appreciate that because it's very helpful. All right, so let's get into maybe another wide receiver. Let's see. So where can we save some more money at receiver? Because you can't really save money. I mean, I like Zay Flower. I mean, I'd rather if we want to, we could go Odell Beckham. He might save you some money. So 4,000 right there.
What about Jaden Reed if Watson's out? What's his price at?
Jaden Reed is at 4,900.
4,900. Okay.
I love me some Jaden Reed, and I just got a Jaden Reed rookie card. He is one of my favorite up-and-coming players. I am okay starting him, and I know Mel will definitely love that pick. Okay. Mel says Romeo, but we're probably going to go. I like Jaden Reed better.
He gets more end arounds. I feel like they use him more, I guess you say V-back kind of wide receiver style. Or Z-back.
Who else should we get in here?
So I like
go running back a little bit if you want to. If you want to play CMC, we can play him.
Oof, that's expensive, but
I don't think
he's going to get 20 points.
It's going to get you probably more than that.
Probably, yeah.
They're playing Arizona.
Yeah. So I still love Bijan. Carolina, allows the most rushing touchdowns on the year. I like Kyron Williams a ton too, but there's so many Rams on there already. Can't roll out that many Rams. Yeah, Bijan is a nice play. He's like cheaper. He's like 6,800, 6,900.
We can go Bijan instead of McCaffrey if you want to. I mean, we can probably get both. No, we can't. We could get if you want somebody else up here. If you wanted we can run Kyron if you really want to.
That's so many Rams.
I
don't know about
that. They're playing Washington.
I know. Just load up a whole team of Rams.
I mean, there are weeks when it works out. We're not starting AJ Dillon.
Yeah, I think Aaron Jones is gonna be back this week. No.
I don't even know if it matters.
Yeah, I don't. I still want to touch him, but I think he's supposedly. I think Derrick Henry is a smash play versus Tennessee as well. Rashad White's been balling every single week, no matter what defense is out there.
Yeah, they're.
Mixon's been killing it lately too. He's kind of cheaper, but he plays Minnesota.
I mean, we could go Chase Brown if you wanted to, and chase those points.
Chase the backup running back points.
I mean, they're playing against Minnesota.
Yeah,
they
and
both went off. I don't know how it was. They both were like, pretty sure they were both tight end or quarterback or running back. Top 14 at least 15.
Oh yeah, he had like 20 something points, or did he? 20 points,
like 19 and a half. I mean,
he only did it on minimal touches too. He didn't even have that many. He just took one to the house on a catch.
Any given Sunday. All right.
I'll let you pick the second running back. I want to lock in the defense, my sleeper of the week, Chicago Bears.
I like them too.
I think they're going to absolutely destroy Flacco, and the Flacco train comes to an end.
Okay, where are the Bears? How much are they? They're way down here. I was gonna say the Chargers are another one that I like just because how shitty Vegas looked even against Minnesota. Like Minnesota put like 18 points against Vegas.
0-0 going into the last drive.
Like, hey man, I can't complain because I play on a Vikings board and I had 0-0, so I was very happy winning the first 3 quarters. So I was really hoping it went into overtime. I'm like, give me all the money.
0-0 overtime.
I would have been 0-0 go into overtime. I win all the money.
Has an NFL game ever been 0-0?
So this was the lowest scoring game ever.
Ever, okay.
I think that's what they said.
Also for the Bears, the Cleveland Browns have 3 starting linemen that are out this game.
There you go. I mean, I'm good with it. We save a lot of money there. We almost have 6,000 per running or per player left.
Okay.
All right, so we got 1 running back, 1 receiver, and we got the flex. So let's see what we can. Let's go running back and then kind of build around that. I mean, if there's somebody here that you like want to play, you said, I mean, Rashad White. I'm good with White.
Yeah, White's gonna kill Green Bay, but he's expensive. Yeah, well,
I mean, I don't.
17 left with 3 spots. You could do like a 60, about 6,000 a pop.
I mean, I don't mind mixing. You said you like Swift.
I like Swift, but he's a Monday.
What about Zeke Elliott? I forgot about him.
I like Zeke Elliott too. Oh, cheap
5,800, dude. All right, so that means we could spend way up at receiver, or we could get a receiver and try to find a running back we like at flex.
Okay, I like that.
That's really up to you. Would you want to?
I would want to spend up at receiver, right? And bomb out at like, man, I guess.
So who would you want to put in there? Like CeeDee Lamb? They're playing Buffalo.
Yeah.
AJ Brown. I mean, they're playing Seattle.
I think AJ Brown has his big night. What do you think on that one?
I don't mind it, dude. I don't mind spending up for AJ. I like AJ. We can spend down for whoever else we need at flex.
Is anyone in chat hyped on Noah Brown if Nico Collins is out?
Noah Brown has had 2 0-point games in a row starting.
Well, he was hurt for one of them, wasn't he?
Mel said Devontae. Mel, you're just naming players who were on the Packers.
Devontae Adams versus the Chargers on Thursday. That could be. I mean, is Jimmy G playing, or do we have Aiden out there again? They don't even know yet. So that's also tough right now.
Justin Watson. What about? Let's see.
I guess no. Well, yeah, God, he's been bad.
You probably won't want it, but let's go.
Wandale, what are you thinking?
I don't know if
Wandale had a nice game.
I don't know if we can afford him. Yeah, he's 37. I mean, if we could go Wandale, but then we would have to go Chargers.
Defense?
We still can't go Chargers. Damn. I thought Bears were 200 more.
I guess we can drop out. AJ Brown's a little high. We can find better value there, right? Or no?
I mean, you really got to drop. Because I don't know. I'm not really going Diggs. Probably not. Allen's out. Jefferson, probably no. I mean, you can go Amon-Ra St. Brown, but they're going against Denver.
God, he just had a dud game, too. Yeah, I like the Devontae. I mean, you don't like Devontae versus Chargers?
Jamar Chase. I mean,
yeah, they up and down. Or
I don't like Devontae because I don't like the quarterback. Aiden O'Connell's been trash.
Yeah, I know. It's rough.
Waddle is potentially going to be the guy now. I mean, you could play him, but I think
Tyreek Hill's playing. I mean, they're in a must-win situation now.
Yeah, you're right.
But I don't like him versus the Jets either way. I mean, he's still going to have a good game, but I don't think he has his big game.
What about Brandon Ayuk?
He could go off too.
I mean, you don't like Devo, so I mean, you could go Ayuk and probably get a little. Let's see.
How much is he?
7,200.
72. All right, yeah.
So that gives us some money to spend here on the flex. We want to. Like now, we can put in like Dalton Schultz.
Is Schultz playing? Is he back at practice? I didn't even see today.
Schultz practiced fully on Wednesday.
Oh, so he'll be the main target.
I mean, I don't hate that.
I mean, you have Tank out, Nico out. Is it Davis Mills though? That's going to be rough. If CJ Stroud's not out there in a must-win, they're in a must-win situation too.
He'll be out there.
I think he'll be out there. Yeah. So damn.
Another guy I don't mind. What about Curtis Samuel?
Curtis Samuel could be nice. The Rams struggle against the slot too.
All right, let's do it. I don't mind this. All right, so Matt Stafford, Zeke Elliott, Bijan Robinson, Cooper Kupp, Jaden Reed, Brandon Ayuk, Davis Allen, Curtis Samuel, and the Bears DST.
What would be other tight end options at 3,600 around there? If you add,
we can look. All I gotta do is go back in. Let's see. How do I adjust lineup? Damn it.
I don't think that's bad at all, actually.
I don't mind it. Where's the one we just put in? Yo.
Petitioning to start Keenum instead. I think Stroud's going to be out there, man. I mean, Texans are in. They're fighting for their playoff life. I think.
Right,
I mean, look at Amari Cooper passed in 1 week. Olave passed in 1 week. He should be out there.
I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, he'll pass the concussion protocol, Coach. I promise. They'll figure out a way.
I think so as well.
Yeah. Oh, Case Keenum? Yeah. They have Case Keenum now? I hope so. Mel saying Jimmy G. No, we're not starting Jimmy G. Nobody's starting Jimmy G.
It does, Coach, but I think, I mean, even during your 6 and 7, you're fighting with everything. They're going to find a way to get him out there either way. I mean, I think that's not like I know that, but I'd say 90% he plays.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk a little bit. So we got our pizza parlays. We got a couple people in here. Let me pull some up. So we already got SoCal's in here. He said plus money. Obviously, we got Texans, Cowboys, and Seahawks. I know Mel was in here. Let's see, Mel. Okay, SoCal said ranch. Okay, so ranch as a sauce, chicken and bacon. When it comes out of the oven, fresh lettuce and tomato. Mel said meat. Bacon, brisket, Canadian bacon. Damn, that sounds really good. And then she goes Packers, Niners, Eagles. Who else was in here? I thought Coach got in here. Coach, I don't know if you put yours in here. I don't know if I see it. I don't see it. If anybody else wants to get their pizza parlay in, like I said, 3 teams that you think are going to win this week, and what kind of pizza would you be eating if you could be eating a pizza right now? So what do you think? Sleazeball, tell me a little bit about your pizza.
All right. For my pizza parlay, it's going to be a little Italian formaggi pizza. I don't know if you ever had it before, but
No.
here is how the toppings are going to break down. So the first topping is going to be the mozzarella, and that is going to be the Eagles to Swiss slice open the Seattle Seahawks for an easy -4. And the Parmesan pecorio is going to be the Bears to beat the Cleveland Browns, not even take the points, also beat the Cleveland Browns.
Dang.
And the Gargonzola Funk is going to be the 49ers to absolutely destroy Arizona -12.5.
I love it. Here we go. Great parlay. I absolutely love it. Tell me, this pizza sounds absolutely delicious. Tell me what it's called again.
It's called this. I had it in Chicago when I went to my brother's bachelorette party.
Formaggi pizza. Yeah, I got a couple good pizza places right up the street from me. I got this place called Pig Ate My Pizza, and then we got another place called Broadway Pizza. They're both very damn good. You got to have good crust. The one thing I do like about Broadway, though, is they cut their pizza into squares, and that is unique and amazing. All right. Here we go. 49ers,
that's
Bears,
the three-way parlay.
And then Formaggi pizza.
It is unbelievable. It's like New York style thin crust. It's perfect. I love New York style, everything the best, but
yeah, New York style's fire, man. I've had New York pizza. I've been out there when I was younger, and I was like, yeah, this is probably some of the best pizza.
So good. It's ridiculous. Have you ever had Chicago deep dish?
I have had Chicago deep dish. I haven't had it in Chicago, but I don't know. I've definitely got to have it in Chicago.
It's too much for me, man. It's like if you go to actual Chicago places, it's like 13 inches, man.
It up. Just super thick. You're full off of one slice. Actual pie.
The real pie.
So I got
Giants pie.
Oh, dude, it's a huge pie, man. Thick ass pie. I got Giants over the Saints at +200. That's where I'm going this week. You're gonna have Tommy Parmesan coming out, throwing the ball again. Let's get it going, Tommy. Then we got Texans. I'm going Texans over Titans at +120, and then Cowboys over Bills.
Okay, Texans. You think they're gonna hold on without knowing yet?
+105. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing it, dude.
Okay, I like that. What are we calling the pizza?
So this week I'm gonna go with fettuccine Alfredo pizza.
Fettuccine Alfredo.
You know what? Let's go chicken parm pizza. I'm going to chicken parm pizza. Let's do that. We're gonna go a little bit of the chicken parmesan, the little chicken fried up chicken with the breadcrumbs on the outside. Get a little bit good red sauce on there. Mix it all up with some good mozzarella. I think it's gonna be a nice hearty pizza. I'm telling you, man. I think that they can come out and win, man. Giants, they've been rolling, and they like this kid, man. He's got his stuff going, man. He's got a little swagger. Last week, man, he came out with his swagger going into the locker room. I'm telling you, man, he's got something on it. He's got a little tip on his shoulder.
He looked good. I mean, that's for sure. I like how way he runs, man. He does take some whack hits though that might get him knocked out, but
yeah, I think that's just the Giants shit too. I mean, he does run the ball too. I do like that.
Dude, he went heads up with the linebacker at full speed last game. I was like, Jesus, this guy's trying to end his career before it starts.
He's like, I'm getting it. All right, man. We're gonna get out of here. We've been here for about a little bit over an hour. I really appreciate having you on. Tell people about where they can find you again once before we get out of here.
So I just started fantasy football this year. Twitter, everything I have is SleazeballFF. My nickname's been Sleazy since I was a little kid, so I just turned it into Sleazeball for fantasy football. And I tweet daily everything. I used to do YouTube. I kind of stopped. It's too much to keep up with everything going on at once. But I have like a TikTok, everything. But Twitter's the main spot for now. And it was amazing, man. Thanks for having me on the show. I'll do it any week you want or whenever you need someone. Let me know.
Yeah, you have Twitch too, right? You got your Twitch rolling too.
I did used to stream Fortnite and stuff on Twitch. I am trying to build a fantasy football community on Twitch, but it's tough, man. It's a slow build.
You do gaming still? You still doing any gaming?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna play tonight as well after later tonight. But
so if anybody has Twitch, do you still stream on Twitch?
Yeah, I'll be live tonight.
Yeah, there you go. Sleazeball FF, right? On Twitch too.
Yep.
There you go. So if you want to watch some gaming on some Twitch tonight, there you go. You'll be gaming tonight.
If you guys know any Discord mods, by the way, if anyone in chat or anyone you have know how to run like a Discord, shoot me a DM as well. Want to like pay someone, monthly, whatever.
Yeah, Discord is crazy, man. Discord is super cool. It just is a lot, man.
It's a lot, and I can't keep up.
Oh yeah, you have to really keep up. You have to have people in there that are going to moderate.
That's what I'm saying. So if you know anyone interested, because I just posted it like 2 weeks ago, and it's already at like 300 people. I'm like, Jesus, and they're just posting nonstop.
Yeah, they won't stop, and you got to keep it moderated because otherwise people will come in there and make it look like a trash house.
Right.
Then you're effed. Then they just built. You're like, no. All right, everyone. Appreciate you coming out, man. Appreciate everyone hanging out with us. Like I said, Wednesdays are cool. They're just chill. Good luck to everyone this week. Like I said, this is the beginning of playoffs. So if you made it in, congratulations. If you didn't, better luck next year. Just keep building on. Keep listening in. Keep doing what you can to build on your knowledge of fantasy football. It is a game. Everybody plays it differently. So take your own. So, listen to what people have to say, but, build your own final product for yourself based off of, other people's, opinions, and then basically your own, formatted full opinion from everybody else's things and your opinion. So that's kind of how I do things, listening to what people say. And then I'm like, all right, well, from kind of that stuff, I can, form my own opinion. So don't blame your fantasy football analysts. Is what I'm getting at.
Dude, I love when people blow my page up. You said the wrong thing, bro. I'm like, yeah, I was there at your phone typing your lineup in for you, man.
Damn right. All right. Love everyone. Happy holidays. Christmas is coming up, so we'll
nice
still be
meeting you, man.
Content.
Thanks
nice
for having me. Later, chat. JC, I'm also going to message you about the fantasy next year. God, I forgot the name already.
Oh, yeah, the Expo. I got you. If you got any information, man, I can introduce you to the guy. If you want Bob on your show, you let me know. We'll
Perfect.
talk to him. All right.
I like it.
We're going to get out of here, everyone. Peace out.
Thanks, guys.